as interpreter for the few, it is in my position to deliver a bit of background on some of the basic philosophies a display of this type embodies. We transmit polydimensional and in accordance with certain supernatural standards set many a millennium ago. In the interest of 100% effectiveness and long-lasting rememorization, it has been decided that the few only be exposed through auditory faculties. We have found that certain conceptions, certain means of projection, certain instrumentalities merely hinder communication conciseness by altering the initial effect of a message criteria. We do realize this is not done intentionally, but for the most part is an ill effect associated with full-scale communication. We have learned through eons of transmissions that by restricting the mode of projection, basic understanding by the message receiving area is enhanced greatly. Both sight and sound are intricate entities within themselves and are much too easy to distort. Controlling the effects of one or the other is a tremendous accomplishment and quite difficult to attain. We feel it is necessary that the receiver be allowed to entirely focus both their basic and primary energies on the crux of a message to acquire true and complete interpretation. To sharpen your clairvoyant skills, the following presentation should be witnessed. By the caliber that is altogether well aware, the following presentation should be witnessed. by those already thoroughly convinced that this form of expertise is without comparison, the following presentation should be witnessed. Any publications, reproductions, or other use, other descriptions or accounts of this supernatural phenomenon without the direct written consent of the posse few will be immediately recognized as fraudulent and is prohibited.
What's right to hide? Well, you can't control. And I know there's nothing left to lose. Maybe one day you'll turn around. Maybe one day we'll see that time stops. And all I hear is the beat of my heart calling out. I know you're here with me in this early morning light. I know you're here with me when the light is fading. I know you're here with me every time I close my eyes. I know you're here with me. I know you're here.
Yes, the time has come for a pure thought reorder. The signs that were given all in order. The next sound you hear will determine man's destiny. They can all be again seen in each and every memory. Now you will be dealing with your only real commodity, all being pre-planned. Yes, quite intentional.
I know you're here with me in this early morning light. I know you're here with me. I know you're here. I know you're here with me every time I close my eyes. I know you're here with me. I know you're here.
No need to classify under anything. conventional. No man has ever even imagined this dimensional. Hieroglyphics is only one way of writing. Then there is a way of seeing, when really you are sighting. And you can go to a system, but it won't determine legality. Because the spirit of these words constructed their mentality. It has nothing to do with good or bad grammar. The creation of that thought could make a mere mortal stammer. What you are hearing is a lot more than fabulous. A bit more tremendous, and even more so miraculous. Yes, the time has come for each person to see the way close and far can be used simultaneously. Stop and go can have both the same motion. Do and don't ruled by both the same notion. Laughing and crying, both done in the same action. Living and dying, both done in the same fraction. The words spoken here can never be changed. In the minds of everyone, they have always been framed. By now, one should need no explanation. You have just witnessed the pure positivity proclamation. we have been directed to relay to the populace of this dimension in time our awareness of an undying element which persists on this level of understanding. An element which continues to be in good favor with the rest of existence. Yes, let it be known that those entities living in the human order for the purpose of betterment, brotherhood, peace, and goodwill are being acknowledged by the supernatural population. For an individual entity to disregard the negativities of their environment is deemed as beyond reproach. We more than realize the temptations associated with physical factors. We also understand the dilemma that seems indicative with acting above general consensus. We put emphasis on the words seems indicative, however, because in reality, your behavior is much more influential. Although pure benevolence may appear to go against all rhyme or reason, it is actually in line and in the same direction with the supernatural scheme of things. It is this behavior which enables your area to remain in existence. Also, while you believe your train of thought to be in the minority, it is being observed as the overwhelming majority, which will prove to make itself prevalent futuristically. To the before named entity, we say, continue. For these efforts will find you at the helm of your particular areas, and not in the far too distant future. Yes, hello, good people. Thank you much for the warm and gracious welcome we have received while in this dimension. Again, we thank you.